Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World of Stock Car Racing League Stars and Stripes Series presented by 1-3 Speed. Josh, here we are, man. Atlanta, 2 races left. Championship's down to 15 points separating Joseph and Mark. We come into Atlanta, the old configuration, right? How are we looking tonight? Oh, good point, Josh. Good point. He didn't have a point. So I'll say it. Well, tonight's going to be very important. You got stage points on the line. You got a lot of things that could factor in tonight. Who's going to go out? Who's going to, try to get the most stage points? We've seen in the past, these guys have different strategies. I think Josh is back now. Josh, repeat the question again. 15 points, separate the top two. What are we looking forward to tonight?
Well, first off, I had a little bit of lag there, so we're good now. But I expect a very intense battle between the two. They're both taking this really seriously. We could tell that from the practice. Both doing some pretty long runs, and they're locked in right now.
Is correct. 1 and 2 in practice right now. Fastest Mark leading the top of the boards right now. Last week you guys broadcasted Daytona. Kind of a disastrous, race for Mark, right?
Yeah, I don't think it could have went any worse for him. No stage points. Had to ride around because he lost his fast repair early, and then got caught up in another wreck right at the end.
We do have a new player in as well. Mark Arthur will be making his debut. A lot of guys making their debuts tonight. Well, he's the only one I see out there so far. Could be an interesting race. We know Mark's pretty good here on the service. Also, I see Aaron Smith is also signed up to race tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if he hasn't ran any laps yet, and I don't think he's in here right now, but has signed up.
Well, as soon as he joins, we'll have 21 trucks out here tonight. Kind of a different story. Next time we're here next season, we're going to be at the Super Speedway version of this track.
Yeah, no, it's got some... Well, it's mostly positive now, I'd say. A couple of the top guys, not a big fan of it, but definitely be interesting. Definitely won't be like Daytona or Talladega in terms of 3 wide and 4 wide, but still Super Speedway-like track.
Sir, we'll put the timing screen on your board, see what the lap times are, what they ran. It's very close up top, Josh.
Yeah, that's about as close as you can get without being tied. 364 for Mark, 404 for Joseph. Those are the 2 guys we're going to keep an eye on. But, like you said, Mark Arthur, he's a guy to keep an eye on. You mentioned Aaron, if he ends up getting in here tonight. And you got to look at other guys like Rob Hamp. He's pretty fast. And also Jordan Hand, also pretty fast.
Yes, sir. It's going to be an exciting race, of course, as we said. 15 points separate the top 2 tonight in the championship. You probably didn't expect that coming into the playoffs with how dominant Whitley has been this entire season, but Joseph has turned it on at the right time.
Yeah, he's hitting his stride. He's won 2 races, and that's how you get right back into it. He's had some help with, Mark struggling last week, but, he's done what he's had to do.
Yes, sir. Now, we've seen these two, like I said in the opening, they do different strategies tonight. You expect both of them, right, to go for as many stage points as they can.
Yeah, I expect aggression from the start. I expect them to try and qualify. I expect them both to go for the pole. They do that every week, but I think it's more important here because you want to be in front of the other.
Yes, sir. We got 10 seconds before these guys are going to get pulled off, and we'll do some qualifying. It's going to be a very important qualifying tonight. The draft's going to play a big part tonight. We could see almost like a Las Vegas style race like we saw earlier in the season, so we'll see who takes advantage of that. We going back to Las Vegas, Bryce Shoemaker got his best career finish, a P2 there.
Yeah, he had a great run. Should have another good one tonight. We talked about it earlier, though. Restarts. That's going to be a big part tonight.
Yes, sir. It's the qualifying is getting started here. We got some people already getting on track, so we'll watch them. Mainly try to keep an eye on the top 2 here in the championship. Of course, we still have prizes for if you don't finish in the top 2, but you want to win the championship.
Yeah, and there's still an outside chance Underwood can win it if we have some Hail Mary miracles, but it's these 2.
It's been these two for a good bit. These two have been the dominant trucks. You think of also Aaron Smith. Imagine how crazy this championship would be if Aaron Smith was in this.
Yeah, and he showed at Canadian Tire a couple weeks back. He can race with those guys, and he ended up winning that race. And him and Mark would have been pretty close for a lot of these tracks. And then Joseph is right with Mark.
Yes, sir. That's what we like to hear. But again, we'll pull up the timing screen as soon as the times start to come in, so don't worry, you're not going to miss a thing when that happens. We're just watching the 32 go around right now. Truck looks good, Josh.
Yeah, running that middle lane. A lot of guys running that middle and high lane in the practice. First lap here, a 31.6 for Joseph McWhorter that goes top of the board. Brandon Shirley, actually, 31.4 goes top of the board.
Brandon, he always runs his default paint scheme truck, but when he shows up, he's usually always fast.
Yeah, 2/10 faster than Brandon Shirley. Or 2/10 faster than McWhorter there.
Rob Hamp's going to squeeze in there. I expect Whitley to. This is going to be his fast lap here.
Yeah, it's the same from Joseph here. Joseph across the line right now. 31.455 P2.
So close. Look at that. You can't get that. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight tonight. And, we talked about these guys being teammates. They've been cleans, all season long. Does that change fighting for a championship?
I mean, they've raced each other hard. I mean, we saw that at Richmond. They were bumping each other some. If it's like that here, it will not surprise me to see some more bumps. I don't think they'll wreck each other. I think they've raced with each other long enough not to do that, but they'll bump each other if it needs to happen.
We'll keep an eye on the rest of these guys. Brandon Shirley putting in a great time there. Jordan Hand also, Rob Hamp, Bryce Shoemaker, who I do want to announce, Bryce Shoemaker did win Most Improved Driver this season. So congrats to him. He's been having some good showings, this season. He was against some other good competitors, but his fellow drivers voted for him. So congrats to Bryce.
That win's coming.
And also we can announce that Mark Whitley won Most Valuable Driver. So congrats to him. Been dominant all season. We'll see if he can close it out with the championship, but he is the MVD.
Yeah, he don't care about that right now, though. I mean, it's a nice reward to win, having your peers recognize you, but he's focused on the night and next week at Phoenix.
Because everyone's pretty much got their laps in. Post is going to get squirrely coming off 4 there. That's going to kill that lap. So not really anyone else to keep an eye on as we wrap up qualifying. Mark Arthur, though, he's going to put in a time. This will be one to watch, actually.
Yeah, he's one of the highest I ratings in the league. Goes 31.8 in his first lap. That's P17. Last out of everyone.
This is going to be the fast one here.
Yeah, My Little Pony trying to take it to the front, top of the chart right now.
Get that truck wound up, going all the way around. This is going to be the one that counts. He's got to keep it through 3 and 4. Don't let it get squirrely on you.
Yeah, running the Harvick line right there. I don't know, they right on that line.
Here he comes. I expect this to be top 5.
P4.
Here we go. And look how close it is for the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, half a tenth.
And that's going to be the thing to watch for tonight, folks. This draft's going to play a big factor tonight. We do have some winds coming in tonight. 6-mile-per-hour winds in the east direction, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and I think the other big thing is 126 degrees on the track temp. It's hot.
We see it right here. Atlanta. 82 degrees out there today. As you said, though, 108 track temp right now, Josh, as we get ready to grid up here. So it cooled down a little bit, from the grid. So not as hot, but that could change pretty quick.
Yeah, especially as these guys get going.
Stage tonight, though, on lap 40, so.
Currently no Aaron right now, so.
We will see if he joins in, You know, there's going to be cautions. We heard people complaining all week. You know, they're struggling. So if you see yourself spend the night, don't be surprised. Uh, we had people talking about it all week long.
Yeah, and there were some self spins in the practice for sure.
Joseph McWhorter typing in the Discord. Home track time, boys. So this is a home race for Joseph.
Yeah, and that'll just add to how hard he's gonna go for this win.
See what he can do. We pull up your starting lineup tonight. We'll get that pulled up for you. Let you run it down. We got Mark Whitley on pole, Joseph McWhorter starting P2, and Brandon Shirley P3, Mark Arthur 4th, Jordan Ham 5th, Rob Hamp 6th, Jonathan Smith 7th, Nick Fuller 8th, Bryce Shoemaker 9th, and Keith Shoemaker rounds out the top 10. Let the rest of the field scroll down. We'll see if Aaron Smith gets in. Few drivers electing not to qualify.
All right, you mentioned Keith Shoemaker, great qualifying for him. Top 10 to start. That's a good start for him.
Of course, this is his first season. 2 races left on the trucks, Josh, before we head over to the Xfinity. So, a lot of people joined for the trucks. They're going to be in for awakening when we switch to those Xfinity cars.
And I've heard a lot of people ready for the Xfinity car. I'm not the same. I'm excited to get back on the track, but I'd rather be in the next gen or truck rather than Xfinity. But it's definitely a lot different of a car.
Of course, one person we think about when we come to Atlanta is the hometown person, Luke Dorn. He's not here tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the guys that's ready for that Xfinity car. That car's going to suit him very well.
Former winner here in Atlanta, which is, potentially, you don't want to say for sure, final, you never know what can happen, but this is more than likely the last race on this configuration.
Yeah, for the foreseeable future, for sure. And that's probably some news a lot of people don't want to hear, especially the front guys, but time to try some new stuff.
So we'll see how that goes. Totally different racetrack at that point. But we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here. 134 laps tonight.
And you talked about the guys not qualifying. Brian Underwood starting P18 tonight.
What he can do. Keep an eye on the self spins. It's going to be a wild night here tonight. 15 points separate the top 2. In the standings, the top 2 are qualified 1-2. We'll see how it comes out tonight. As they hit the Geico restart zone. That is in effect tonight. Green flags in there. We're going racing at Atlanta.
Yeah, not a good start for the second row on the outside. But these two side by side going into one. Joseph's going to follow in line.
Keep an eye on it. Already falling in line as they come down the backstretch for the first time.
He's looking to the outside. To the outside and then to turn 3.
Gonna be this way all night long, folks.
He's making it work right now, getting a good run there.
Oh, side by side at the line. As they work their way through 1 and 2.
Mark's starting to drift up a little bit in that corner. He's definitely at the disadvantage here.
Joseph working that middle lane there. We have Whately all the way down at the bottom. Shirley keeping tabs on him. Side by side again at the line.
And this is what we expected, man. Side by side.
McWhorter pulling away a little bit there. He might get him here. That run off the top side. He does. McWhorter with the early statement, taking the lead at Atlanta.
Power move on the outside. Made it work. And, he's got to try and pull away here.
As we said, Brandon Shirley not letting these guys get out there far. He's right there behind Whitley.
Man, he's always been good at these mile and a halves. Good guy at saving some tire.
You mentioned saving tires. Well, that is going to be a factor tonight. This track eats the tires. And we know McWhorter is not the best. You know, that's no knock on him. We've seen that this season. He usually burns those tires up, and then he gets gobbled up.
There's a slow truck into turn 3 right there. That was Jordan Hand up into the wall.
Yeah, he's got some damage there on that right side. We can see it. He was running in the top 5 position.
You see a line starting to form now.
We'll get starting the timing board up.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 trucks right in a line, right with each other for the lead.
Here comes Mark Arthur making his debut tonight.
And that pink car, he gets a little loose on the bottom.
Yes,
there.
he did. He lost his run. Out front, Joseph McWhorter controlling this race early.
Yeah, and Jonathan Smith looking to the bottom of Mark Arthur into turn 1.
Again, if you're just joining us for the first time, 15 points separate McWhorter and Whitley in the championship. 2 races left, counting this one.
And it's only lap 8, coming to lap 8 here, but this is still important. Now we get a stage lap 40. That's 10 points for the winner. And that's, each point matters right now.
And this, you know, being this close, it changes up the strategy. These guys usually like to play the strategy around the stage. You have to stay out. You cannot let your other guy you're racing get the 10 points.
And Rob Hamp made a move. Jonathan Smith's up in the wall.
He is in the wall. It's going to slow all his momentum down. Nicholas Fuller is going to get around him. Look at Jim Foskett running P8.
Good start for Jim. He's hoping to keep it up there. He's staying in this lead draft right now as well.
Jordan Hand has stopped the bleeding. He's falling back to 9th after hitting the wall.
You see out of the top 4, the only one running a different line is Rob Hamp. Running a little bit higher than the top others, his other top 4.
Of course, Rob Hamp, a 2-time winner this year, Bristol, and then the Dega Duel race 1. So he's been to victory lane before, looking to make it 3 trips. Of course, Brandon Shirley was a winner back at Texas in season 4. Actually, it might have been season 3.
That was in the ARCA car, I'm pretty sure, though. That I can't confirm.
These seasons run back to back. Sometimes it's hard to remember all the stuff that happens.
It's a blur.
But again, the championship race is next week. We close out season 5 at Phoenix for the first time. And these guys get 3 weeks off, Josh, and they're in a totally new car in Italy at the Monza Oval.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. We're going to Monza. It's going to be chaos, but yeah, it's going to be fun.
Again, the stage is not on lap 40, so got me close to that fuel run.
Yeah, about 30 laps now left in this stage. And, you know, these top 2 may be starting to walk away from 3 and 4 right now.
One thing that's also a factor in the WOSCRL mile-and-a-half race, these things usually go pretty caution-free. Knock on wood, you know, we have a good jinx up here in the booth, but that's another thing you have to, you know, play in your strategy. You can't go a lap down.
Yeah, and talking about strategy, on pit road, the strategy is pretty easy. It's going to be 4 tires tonight every stop.
Yes, sir. Again, your drivers in the playoffs are highlighted in red. Go ahead.
We're already over a second of fall off through 13 laps, 12 laps.
That's what makes this configuration unique. The tire wear. We won't get that on the Super Speedway version, but we're going to get some crazy racing.
And you were talking about the fuel possibly being close at the end of this stage. You think Mark's riding in P2 right now, content?
Could very well be. We saw him play the ultimate strategy at Las Vegas. I think everyone remembers that.
I mean, he's just got his teammate. He's got Joseph just pulling him along right now. He's able to, maybe lift a little bit, save a little bit of gas.
Of course, these two have already led the lap, so that's one extra point. So every point's going to matter.
Yeah, and there's some more bonus points on the line for most laps led, and so far that's Joseph.
Let's go a little further back. We'll check on Brian Underwood, who's currently in the P17 spot.
And we look at Marcus Cunningham taking a look on Jordan Hand in the 3. He's got the bottom, and right behind him, Bryce Shoemaker also trying to make a pass. Battle for 9th and 11th.
Of course, as we mentioned, Bryce, most improved driver this year. He's came a long way. I remember his first race. Caused the big one at Daytona, the opening race.
Yeah, and he's gotten better every race he's been in. And, Las Vegas definitely probably his best race so far in this league.
Yes, sir. He's actually had 2 podiums this year, a 3rd and a 2nd, so the one next is the win. As Joseph got a little squirrely there coming out of 2, Josh.
Yeah, Mark's all over the bad
That's going to
bumper
allow
with
the
a
6
run.
to give a run.
He's going to look to the bottom. Going to be hard to make that pass on the bottom.
Yeah, and Joseph knows that.
Well, you see those two have pulled away from P3 Rob Ham.
Guys are a different breed of fast. 32 might have gotten the wall there a little bit. Looks all clean, though. Oh, 6 gets a little squirrely there.
And that's something we're going to have to watch later on in this race.
We heard guys in the Discord talking. It gets a little squirrely after a few laps.
That was a lift right there from Mark Whitley. And so curious to see if that happens on lap 133.
On board with the 6. Let's see what he does going into 1 here. Gets a good run there, but Joseph should get a run off the top side. Not as much as you expect. Mark's right there with him.
And you were talking about the runs. I just watched Brandon Shirley go high in the battle for P3, and they cost him off the corner.
Nick Water he got loose again off 4. That's going to allow Mark another shot here in the 1.
Yeah, he's going to be side by side with him in the 1.
Actually, we're going to get a slide job?
Not clear just yet.
Oh, you have to be so careful. You put him in the wall up there. They come down the backstretch, side by side, Josh.
Yeah, Mark's going to sell it in here for sure, but so does Joseph. Joseph's in the better line right now because, Mark kind of getting pinched.
Side by side once again at the line. Nick Water, the leader that time by. These guys are trading it back and forth.
And 1 and 2 where it's really close. I think Mark might have backed off a little bit, trying to get a run off the corner.
Oh, we can see that back end, trying to step out as they come off too.
They both drive it in deep into 3 and 4.
Man, these guys are a few feet apart. Netcode, you gotta remember, Josh, that plays a big factor in online racing.
Yeah, this is close to real racing, but remember, we're still online, like you said.
One little netcode, and these guys are both in danger. So, always something you have to play a factor.
Yeah, and even side by side, these guys pulling away from P3. Got a 2.5 second lead almost on P3 Rob Hamp.
These guys have been the class of the field all season long. only right these guys are separated by 15 points.
How much are they separated by right now?
Oh man,
On
I
the
wish
track.
we had live scoring. Live scoring, live gap. Look how close they are. As they go into 1 and 2 again, side by side. Mark with a hard drive in there. He's going to clear him. But
Yeah, that's a
Joseph's going to
slide
come down
job
the
right there.
inside. Oh!
Contact.
Yes. Now, does Mark have the preferred line?
Yeah, he does.
Did he work that out in his favor there?
Yeah, slide job gets him that outside line, but Joseph's hanging tough on the bottom off of 4. Does Joseph try the same thing here? I don't think he's got enough from the advantage on the bottom right now. Mark's pinching him there.
Yes, he is. That's going to cause that 32 not to like it down there. Oh, he hits him! He hits him!
A big save
He
there by the
saves
6
it.
truck.
Oh, it gets excited up here in the booth sometimes.
Lap 24. It happens. That's the first time.
Oh, man. Mark with a incredible save there. You know, what usually happens there, Josh? You're hitting the inside wall pretty hard.
Yeah, I would definitely be in the inside wall right now, towing.
Oh, man. That could have been disaster avoided by the 6 truck. Wow. Well, that was some hard racing.
And we've fallen all the way down to the 33 sixes.
Let's actually go back, watch some of this racing. We're not missing anything live. So we see that Joseph got a little squirrely there coming out of 2. He's just going to come up. He's going to get that rear quarter panel, that 6. 6 with a great save, Josh.
Yeah, big save, and that was almost a championship right there.
What a way that could have been to end it. Gotta wonder about your tires now after that. It doesn't look like it's going to hurt Whitley much. He's pulling that gap out a little bit, 3/10.
Yeah, but like I was saying, we're already down into the 33 sixes. That's over 2 seconds fall off.
As we complete lap 27, on lap 28 now. Your top 3, Whitley, McWhorter, Shirley.
Yeah, this is really where tire wear is playing a big factor.
Again, this race a little bit short last time. Last time it was over 160 lap race, 134 this season. So I know some of those East Coast guys might have liked that.
They started running pretty similar laps. Aaron Smith loads in. A little late.
Gonna be a lot of laps down, but he's gonna be out here. He's gonna be a fast truck. We have Joshua O'Connor out here running P10. Made his debut last week. Let's see him back in that nice looking 39 truck.
Yeah, looking at these fronts, front couple guys, Brandon Shirley, definitely closing in on Joseph. Also closing in just a little bit on Mark.
That last time by, Shirley ran the exact same lap time Whitley did, so. But fastest truck that last time by, Josh, was Mark Arthur. So we see Aaron Smith now getting on pit road. He's leaving it now, so we'll see how long he stays. He's going to be a lot of laps down. I don't think we're going to get that many cautions tonight.
He's going to try and get him back on pace, I guess.
The yellow banana truck is here.
Joseph's definitely struggling right now.
Yeah. Oh, that happens to him sometimes. We're getting close to that stage break. 10 valuable points. Of course, if Joseph finishes there, he gets 9, but that's 1 extra point to Whitley.
Yeah, that lead's going to go from 15 to 16.
And, that's, counting on that McWhorter can hold it, because Shirley is closing on him a little bit.
Yeah, Joseph definitely struggling right now. If Shirley gets there right behind Shirley, it's going to be Mark Arthur. He's still faster than Shirley and McWhorter.
Mark Arthur and that bright pink My Little Pony.
Fastest truck out of those 4 that lap was Brandon Shirley.
He is flying. That was always nice when you see somebody come out on fresh tires. Of course, that's Aaron Smith. He comes out and does a 32.07.
Yeah, I'd expect this lap to be even faster.
Lights up the time board, so I thought I'd just mention it. Just so you can see the fresh tire.
He's in here for the fastest lap.
Just so you can see how good fresh tires are once you put them on. Now you're at a 31.8, so almost 3 seconds of fall off, Josh.
Yeah, and that's why people love this track, this layout for that fall off. Opens up so many strategies. Joseph, 10th faster that lap than Mark.
Yes, he is. I just want to report Nick Fuller got around Rob Hemp for a P5. Talk about people getting their wins. I think Nick Fuller has a win coming up eventually.
Yeah, he's super fast in the short tracks, and he's showing here tonight that he's pretty good on 1.5 miles too.
All right, well, here we go. Stage on lap 40. Does McWhorter have anything for a last push? We need some push to pass, man.
Yeah, 33.75 for Whitley, 33.72 for Joseph, 33.71 for Brandon.
But Brian Underwood. He is now passing Jim Foskett. He's made a lot of moves. Brian has up 10 spots. Currently in the P8.
And I don't know if Joseph's going to be able to hold on to Mark right now. I think he's got to focus on Brandon.
Getting closer and closer here. Around in that 85 truck, P3.
And Brandon was a 10th faster that last lap. He's in the draft now. And who's cheering for that the most right now is Mark Whitley. If Brandon can make that pass work and get by him, that's another stage point Joseph would lose.
Yes, sir. It looks like, that stage is going to go Whitley's favor. If a caution came out now, he's going to be the winner of it, so just has to bring it around, get that white flag.
And I don't think Shirley's going to have enough time to get to Joseph, so I think Joseph's going to be able to hang on to P2.
We come around for that white flag of the stage, Josh. Talked about how important all these points are going to be. It looks like it's going to go Whitley's favor this first round.
Yeah, 10 points coming here for Mark, 9 for Joseph.
We saw these two make contact on lap 24. Could have been the end of the race for the 6. He saved it. He's going to win the stage, actually, so big statement there for the 6 truck.
Yeah, and I think if, he finishes his championship off, this is going to be a moment to look back at for him.
He comes around. Mark Whitley wins stage 1 at Atlanta.
Just P2, Shirley 3, Arthur 4, Fuller 5th.
The caution is out. First one of the night. It's going to be for the stage.
and there's some happy drivers right now.
All right. Got some drivers coming over radio.
No, it's just
Yeah, I know
stuff I
what you
saw.
mean. But before these guys bit, let's do a sponsor. We want to thank 1-3 Speed for their support all season long. Next Level Racing, ButtKicker, and a new sponsor to the World of Stock Car Racing League. Stars and Stripes Series, Roasted Gems Coffee. Of course, that's Brandon Zimmerman. He runs the Throwback Series, Josh. We thank him for his support jumping on.
Yeah, great driver and a great company, and very thankful for him to come on board with us.
We want to thank all our sponsors for helping out in Season 5. We appreciate those coming back for Season 6. We expect to be a great season. New name, Showdown Series. Gonna be I think another good season.
Yeah, and a lot higher level broadcast. No offense to us, but
Yeah. Well,
those
of
guys
course,
are on a different level.
Burnt Rubber Media is taking over the broadcasting, which they do a great job. We had fun up in the booth, but you'll be back on track. I'll be back on tracks for some races. So more cars on track. Yeah, better production value.
A lot better production value. I was just talking with Terry. They do some great stuff there, and yeah, just about as high of the line as you can get.
Yes, sir. Well, here we go. Who wins the race off pit road?
Now I do have a question. If you go and look at the back of that 6 truck, what's a couple bumps under the caution lap. Think that would make any difference? Looks like it's gone now, but there was a little damage to that rear quarter panel.
We'll see if that plays a factor. They might have hit it a little bit out there. No incidents coming off pit road, though, so you'd like to see that. Mark Whitley, of course, won the race off pit road.
Yeah, and as expected, everyone was on pit road that lap.
Yes, sir. Look at the YouTube chat. Brantley Roden says, "Go Whitley." I see Michael Bustle said, "Boo, last race on this configuration." Bobby's talking about the monsoon storm he had last week that knocked out the TV network.
Yeah, we had a fun broadcast last week.
Michael Bustle said, the guy who isn't there would have won. So Michael Bustle saying he would have won this race if he was here tonight.
Yeah, I don't like that's your statement.
Good to see you as well, Amy. Always supporting Joseph McWhorter, SSL Boarding, supporting Jordan Hand in the 88. There you go. And he types it in. Let's go, Hand. We'll show him right now for you. Got into the wall a little bit earlier. Went around. I think he fixed some of his damage, so he's going to be starting at the back. But he's got a fast truck. He's running top 5.
And Aaron Smith called it a night. Said it took too long to get their inspection.
Hell no. We got plenty of officials, so I don't know what the holdup was.
Blame Bustle.
That's probably Michael. You are right on that. So the lights should be off on the pace car here, and we'll get 1 to green, and these guys are gonna wind it up. It'll be crazy. It's where you can gain a lot of spots on these restarts. I expect McWhorter to jump out and take the lead again, and then probably Whitley jumps back out in front.
Yeah, I think Mark would be fine with him taking the lead, so he can save some tire and Joseph can burn some off. But I'm watching Brandon Shirley. He was fast on that
He
long
is
run.
a dark horse to win tonight. He picked up his first win at 1.5 miles, so.
And another guy that was fast on that long run, Mark Arthur, he lost a couple spots on pit road there, back to P9.
A lot of spots. He's fast, though. He'll be back up there.
Now, the big question here is, if we get a quick caution here, what do you do?
So an interesting thing I'm seeing here, timing might be messed up, but it doesn't look like Mark Arthur pitted. We're not showing a complete stop on him.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's just a glitch.
I believe that's a glitch.
It's gotta be, because if you, I mean, you're gonna drop like a rock. Of course, the Geico restart zone box is in effect tonight, and Whitley gets a great jump. They're stacking up.
Yeah, Joseph not able to stay with Mark like he did on the initial start.
Here they come down the backstretch.
And I do believe Joseph's just a little bit faster on these short runs.
He is. You can see him. He's got to save some tires, though. That's what's been his Achilles heel, pretty much this season. Not saving those tires.
It's a tough situation though, because we talked about it. Most laps led, more bonus points. He kind of needs that now.
He can pretty much, he can get those points back there that he, at Mark 1. As here we go, he's looking. He thought about it. He's gonna pull back in. He's gonna try to the outside. He wants that.
And he's just barely there, I think.
Mark's going to run him up a little bit, but Joseph is there. Here they are. Once again, Josh, side by side.
Yeah, lap 47, side by side in the turn 1. Mark on the bottom, Joseph on the high side.
Joseph should get a run out here. Fresh tires. It's pedal to the metal right now.
Yeah, both running very fast laps that last lap. A little bit of side draft there from the 6 truck.
Joseph McWhorter, the fastest truck that last time by. Let's see what it is this time by. They're still side by side, 3 to 4.
Yeah, a good run there by 3 and 4 by Mark Whitley on the bottom.
He's going to lead that lap that time by. And he,
Joseph drives it in there deep.
There they go down the backstretch. McWhorter getting the edge a little bit, but Whitley's going to get it going in the 3 and 4.
And, if I was Whitley, I'd honestly let him have it. Let him burn his stuff up.
Big thing for Whitley. He can't fall back too far. You got Shirley right there. He's hanging on once again. I'm telling you, Shirley is going to play a factor in this race.
Yeah, trying to stay closer on this shorter run than he did last time. Definitely could have won that stage if he stayed closer in the short run last time.
Now, of course, if Shirley's ahead of you, he might give up the spot, because he's not a big fan of interviews. He's done that before, as McWhorter takes the lead there now, as Whitley falls to P2.
And the high side looks to be the place to make some moves if you want to pass something.
Mark Arthur started P9, as you said, up to P6. Come down the back stretch. Shirley still holding on to him.
Yeah, and he's really close. Probably the closest anyone's been to the top 2. Joseph
Whitley
gets
all
off
over the
bottom a
back
little
bumper,
bit.
yeah.
Little bump draft there, maybe getting prepared for New Atlanta.
Backs Whitley up almost onto the front bumper of Shirley. Shirley lets up a little bit. 3-truck battle for the lead at Atlanta.
Man, it might be 4 or 5 here in just a minute.
So we go on the chopper cam. It's a great view here of these runs these guys get.
Mark gets a really good run off of 4. And then Joseph drives it in deep into 1 and 2.
You talked about it, Josh. You talked about the track temp earlier in the race. It's up to 122 since the start of this race.
That's making that track slicker. And more sliding, you're going to wear those tires out even faster.
Whitley down all the way to the white line there.
I said, though, he's still getting a really good run off of 3 and 4. But then Joseph just drives it in so deep in 1 and 2.
Coming down the back stretch. He's still on the back bumper of the 32. He's putting all the pressure on the 32. It's on the 32 tonight to make sure he gets a good finish.
Yeah, he's got to beat Martin. He knows that. That's all he can really do. That's what's in his control is beating Martin.
Of course, you know, if we go green, we can always bite somebody in the butt. Pit road speeding.
Yeah, and if we go green, I think you got to keep an eye on that 85 truck. He's pretty fast in those long runs. He's staying with him on this short run here.
Buddy, I thought, you know, that would succeed tonight. He's currently in a log jam back here. This 96 truck, Bryce Shoemaker. Look at this legit log jam up here in the back. It's Shelton and Aaron. Gonna be Aaron Bockover. I believe I said that right.
It's gonna be your equivalent to DRS train in Formula One.
We got a pack of cars back here. There's short hand stuck in it. Got a lot of fast trucks. I see some red banners out there. So some playoff drivers held up.
Underwood, Cunningham, Bryce Schumacher, as you said. There's nowhere to go right now. Nicholas Post looking to the outside of Cunningham.
And he's in the wall.
He's in the wall.
He's hard in the wall, Josh. He's in the wall again.
Still in it.
That right side is killed. That might do it for him tonight.
Yeah, definitely going to be on pit road here soon, I would guess.
But side by side, the 52 and 21. It says look at how many cars are behind these guys.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to go right now.
Out front though, Mick Woods still in. You know, we're watching still out front. Mick Woods controlling it right now, but we're watching this battle back here. We're P11, but look how many cars are in it.
Yeah, P11, 12, 13, 14, 17. Pretty much everyone P11 on back.
And I don't know what's happened back here to cause this, because they're 4 seconds back of Hubre in P10.
Man, you know, Jacob's loving this.
I don't know if there is a problem on the restart or what, but there is a log jam back here for sure. And, you know, we talked about it. That's why a lot of people are not fans of the trucks, because you get stuck sometimes.
Yeah, and, you know, Ben Shelton, he definitely don't like this. And he hasn't been a fan of the truck all year. Once you get stuck back here, it's dangerous.
Yeah, we go up to Jacob Huber. He's in that P10 spot. And Foskett 9th. O'Connor 8th. Smith 7th. Guys are all right here beside each other.
I have a battle for the lead heating up here in just a minute.
We're going to go back out front because Whitley is still right there with him. He is making sure 32 has a miracle. That's 6. Tell you who's holding on better. Fuller and Hamp.
Yeah, within a second and a half right now, these two. Mark with a great run off of 3 and 4.
Yep.
Once again, he's going to look low.
Yep. I thought about it. Seems like he gets off the gas quicker than a 32. 32 drives in there harder.
Yeah, but 32 is still able to make a good run off of 2. But the 6 is really fast through this part of the track. 3 and 4 is where he's making all his time.
Whitley in that 6 Harpoon Designs truck. Looking for the lead again. Atlanta is putting on a show tonight. You know, Josh, you can see on some of these top guys, you're like, let's not do the super speedway because it's going to bring all the crazies to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be another super speedway race.
Yeah,
It's a great track, though. I mean, I can see why they're upset to lose this one. Tire wear just adds a...
As Marcus, we got an alert that Marcus Cunningham has went off the track. He might have just clipped the grass, and that is what it is, so... It slowed him down a bunch, though.
That's Nicky Bobby on his inside now.
As the logjam is still happening. Ben Shelton not able to get around this 52 truck still.
And they're about 4 seconds behind Jacob.
As Shelton gets loose there coming off 4, it's going to lose more time to the 52. These guys are stuck.
It's crazy how similar this is to our DRS train.
It is. Talking about the DRS in Formula 1, once he's in, Shelton, he did this in the throwback race. He killed himself in the throwback race, and it's going to allow Jordan Hand side-by-side into the 3. And Jordan Hand gets the position. Jordan Hand up to P12. Let's go back out front.
Now, that last lap, Mark almost to the inside in 3 and 4. Joseph's committed to that middle to high line. Mark Harbicking right now. Every lap, right on that white line.
Guys are in different lanes.
He's to the inside again.
Oh, so close. Just gotta make sure he's clear and doesn't come down there and get clipped. If you go down in that apron, you're probably not getting a caution.
It's gonna be interesting here. Mark's able to stay closer.
That's how the 32 got into him last time. I thought we were gonna say a repeat, but the other way around.
And that was pretty sideways there.
Lost him some time. A little breathing room for that 32, but not for much, because here he comes again.
I think Joseph got a little loose there.
Yes, he did. Equals it out. Shirley keeping tabs on him still.
Yeah, under a second. 8/10 right now.
On board with the 6. We're in his cockpit view. We get to see what he's seeing.
Man, he's on
He is on the inside. Here we go again. Lap 66. The tires are old, but they're side by side. This is tough.
Mark tried to do another slide job and switch lanes on him here.
I expect it. Yep. That's what I would expect. It worked last time.
Joseph ain't going to allow him to do that. Joseph's driving in a lot deeper now.
Yep. These two got to be careful, though. That truck wants to step out. Man, oh, man. We got to report Nicholas Post is off the track. Like he might have spun out in the grass. Maybe you get on pit road. He's on pit road now and just giving the report out, but out front, side by side. Ben Shelton
are very close.
So we might have some green flag stops happening now.
No, he's just killed himself.
Huh. Like he's done. Looks like he had enough riding in that train. Not gonna show that. You did that intentionally?
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, these guys won't be able. I mean, if they're known for doing that, we have to qualify in next year. You will not, get the thing to, qualify in. A lot of words there I tried to say, but you get the point.
Yeah, I can't believe that's a possibility for next season.
We have a huge field expected, but these guys are battling hard. We still have a champion to crown. Nicholas Post is towed, so.
Yeah, while these two are battling, Brandon Shirley.
Yep, here he is.
Half a second.
Oh, they can almost touch each other. You can reach out and touch each other.
There's the slide job.
Yep. And it's going to stick. But the 32 is going to look at that. Oh! What?
Contact again.
Brandon Shirley to the lead.
Lap 70. It happens again.
Talked about it in the pre-race. It's a lot of contact tonight. It's worked out for the benefit for the 85.
Get the words out, man.
I take a week off and I can't even talk. But Brandon Shirley, your leader at Atlanta. As soon as it calms down, we'll go back and look at that replay. But We got to battle for the lead still.
Yeah, I think Shirley's gonna be able to pull away on this long run now. Clean air and better tire
All
management.
right, we'll go back and look at it now. It looks like it's coming down a little bit. We think it was the same thing that happened.
It looked pretty similar.
The slide job. 32 says, no, I'm not allowing that. He might have got into the back bumper of that 6 and got him loose into him.
Another big save, though.
Let's rewind that once again. We'll change the camera and let's go to the chopper. Actually, let's give you even a better view. We'll go to the far chase. We'll slow it down. Ah, that is what happened. 32 gets into that right side, the right back bumper of that 6. It gets him loose, Josh. And at the end of the 32. Oh, man. That was the 32 not wanting to be crossed over. Gets into the back bumper of the 6.
Man, while y'all were looking at that, Mark Whitley's starting to reclose back on Joseph McWhorter. Those tires not happy on the 32. And, Mark Whitley's probably seeing some red right now.
He is. He doesn't like when that happens. I tell you what. Joseph needs to win the race. He doesn't need to finish in second.
Well, that's going on. Shirley's pulling away.
First gives away the most points. You need as many points as you can get. So,
Brandon Shirley up about 0.8.
Mark Arthur up to P4 after starting P9 on that restart. We should have green flag pit stops coming up soon.
And that's going to be something to watch between the two championship guys and Brandon Shirley going for this win.
That's the beautiful thing about racing. These guys, we got guys in the playoffs racing for the championship. We got non-playoff guys. You're racing just for wins. He talked about it. Mark Whitley probably seeing red right now. Of course, that was Joseph McWhorter not wanting to be crossed over again. But here we go for act number 3. What's going to happen this time? Aaron Buck over into pit road. So green flag stops are well underway. Here they are. Down the inside.
He should make this move pretty easily.
He should. Let's see. And he does. We'll see who out of these guys calls it to pit road first.
Alright, if I were Joseph, I'd be pitting now.
We were just we're finding the move. We're looking at the strategy sheets here. We're losing some time here to Mark Arthur, who's closing. Of course, Whitley, he doesn't need to win. Just finish ahead of McWhorter and you're fine. So, but for McWhorter, you need to win the race. So, different things going on.
Everyone's losing time to Brandon Shirley, though.
Yeah, he is flying. Come in
we saw it.
This thing.
We saw it. First run. Was able to save tires, and now he's got clean air, and he's got better tire wear.
Brandon Shirley, of course, signed up for another season here. He'll be back next season. Looks like Aaron Bockover might have called it a night. He's still in pit road. He was running P11, so that's an interesting call. As he might have had a penalty, actually. Or damage? He might have sped. He's on there for a long time. Minute 24.
That sounds like a speeding penalty.
So, hard pit road to get on. But let's see who blinks first. Who's going to call it in the pit? Who wants the pressure tires at the end? Who wants the pressure tires now?
I mean, we're already probably 2 seconds off what they were running at the start of this run.
Jim Foskett about to come under pressure by O'Connor in a 39 truck. Since the 52, you know, hit it, those guys have closed up the gap a little bit. 2 breaks down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, Jonathan Smith's running P11 now. He's actually about 6 cents behind Jacob now.
So, kind of the thing that happens once you get those trains. Once that, once one car gets out, cleared the dam. As I believe that was a speeding penalty on the 52. He's 3 laps down now. But yeah, go ahead. Mark Arthur's on the back bumper of the 32.
Yeah, he needs a pit stop, I think, and he needs it pretty soon.
Here is Mark Arthur from Roanoke, Virginia. So, making his debut tonight. This bright pink My Little Pony. You can't miss it. I was walking in the garage. I saw the car being loaded off the hauler. I was like, what in the hell?
You liked it. You know you did.
Hey, we're going to take a commercial break on that one.
It would have been nice to see it in the yellow car beside each other tonight.
Oh, man, oh, man. Be good for promo shots. But it looks like these guys are going to stretch it as long as they can. You know, you could make this your final stop. It'd be close, though. Just depends. Bryce Shoemaker's in. Keith Shoemaker's in.
I think the play for Joseph is to break this into 2 more stops. I don't think he can do 1 more stop with his pace and still beat Mark.
Keep an eye on the pit road speed. You gotta get it rolled down. We saw it happen at, Las Vegas penalties. Texas earlier in the year. Joshua O'Connor has brought it in. The green flag stops are on the way, Josh.
Yeah, and they're very important. You got to get in good. You know, no penalties, but you got to get in aggressive.
It looks like the Sex Bot has made its debut back into, not debut, return back to the YouTube chat. We want to appreciate them for their support.
Yeah, when is that sponsor money coming in?
We wonder. We do want to thank everyone watching tonight. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Leave us a like. Whichever form of streaming service you're watching on.
Mark Arthur to the inside of Joseph.
Yes, sir. Joseph is falling.
He needs to come in as soon as possible.
You got the radio comms up, and we'll be able to, tell us if somebody's going to pit. They call it out, which they should.
It's radio silent right now, and it has been for quite a while.
1 caution tonight so far. That was for the stage. No caution for incident yet. McWhorter's got himself in a nest, though, because here comes Rob Hamp.
Whitley and Shirley matching lap times right now, I'd say.
If you're Mark Whitley, you're probably like, who the hell is Brandon Shirley?
Yeah, a guy who doesn't show up every week, but he's fast when he shows up.
He's got that F-150 out there running some great lap times still.
And Shirley, Whitley probably not against Shirley leading right now. Most laps led. That's still up for play, and Shirley's leading laps here are getting closer and closer to what Joseph's done.
Mickey Bobby in the pit road.
Rob Hamp inside of Joseph.
Yes. 32 truck is struggling. It gets loose off too. Again, just joining us for your first ever WOSCRL Car Racing League race. Only one stage in our races, so these guys don't have another stage break coming up.
It'll be green to the end unless we get an incident.
So it basically puts the pressure on these guys the second half of the race, strategy-wise.
And just looking at times, since Whitley got past Joseph, he's pulled about almost 3 seconds on Joseph.
Right on board with Brandon Shirley. Hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. So, he's in your neck of the woods almost.
Yeah, I mean, a Charlotte don't do much winning, so nice to see him up front.
Actually, the Carolina Panther. But Whitley's got the lead down under a second. It's ticking back up to a second. It's back over a second, but he's getting it down.
Yeah, like I said, they were matching for quite a couple laps, and yeah, they're still pretty close right now. Joseph's in.
Joseph McWhorter is in. We strongly believe this will be. He gets it woed down. 4 tire stop for the 32. 4 tire stop for everyone. Oh, keep an eye on the 6. When does he pit? See if the 32 gets in his box good. Any mistake could be costly.
Hits his box.
Nails it.
Pretty cleanly.
Alright, does the 6 pit? Does not. So
24's in this lap.
So basically, we're gonna go some other terms. I need the 32 to have a great out lap. 51's in. Does he get it? He's woeing it down. Yeah, he's a little sideways. That's the most aggressive I've seen him get on pit road.
6 truck in this lap.
All right, here we go.
Gonna try and counter the undercut.
32 is off pit road. He was on it for 44 seconds total. He's pitting. So Shirley's bringing it in the same. So both leaders are in. Mark Arthur's in. Nick Fuller's in. Brian Underwood's in. Jim Foskett's in.
I think that was the prettiest pit
Jordan
road
Hand's
entry I've
in.
seen.
Oh, top 10's in.
Very pretty entry from Mark Whitley. He was right at 50 miles per hour at entry.
And a perfect stop on the sign. But the whole top 10 pitted there.
Yeah, but Joseph.
Nathan Brookover is also in. He's a safe entrance. So let's see how it plays out. Joseph is in 3 and 4. Mark Whitley's coming off now. Side by side with Shirley. Shirley's going to let him go.
Joseph at the start-finish line.
Mark just now getting up to speed. Here he comes. You see him. That's the truck
Shirley.
on the bottom. He's going to pass him.
Be by Whitley.
Overtake has worked for the 32. But not by much, so... Looks like Brandon Shirley's playing the long game. He let the, they came off side by side. He let the 6 go. He said, oh, I'll get you later. But you called it. The overtake has worked for the 32 truck.
F1, you'd call it an undercut. Yeah, powerful strategy when it works. Get a couple laps fresh tires for your competitor can pit.
Nathan Brookover's in. 32 is able to overtake 6 via strategy. Of course, the 2 trucks that have not pitted, they have pitted already. The 96 and the 39 have pitted already. So these are trucks that have already completed green flag stops.
Yeah, and possibly splitting this last run into 2.
A little older on their tires, but these are, lead lap cars here. They're racing. O'Connor leading the race right now, but the 32's coming on with fresher tires. O'Connor in on lap 84, McWhorter 91.
Yeah, and you can just see 7 laps is pretty big. Whitley's by Bryce. Quarters by Josh O'Connor, new leader, 32.
32 takes the lead of this race.
Mark gonna make a move, get by Josh O'Connor, and we're back to where we were.
All right, these guys
Joseph
have had
1, Mark
contact,
2.
and they keep it off each other this time. There's been contact. Surprisingly, McWhorter's going to give him the top side.
Not a smart move there. New leader, Mark Whitley.
By a good bit. Is McWhorter going to try to save tires now? But he's saving gas, potentially.
Yeah, it's a couple things you can think about. It's definitely not like Joseph to just lay down and concede the lead like that.
Well, these guys have enough fuel to the end. We'll see. Next time around, we're lap 100.
And will that come in, you said, 91?
91 for the 32, 93 for the 6. So, it is potential.
I'd say the 6 is good.
Here's the thing. Don't allow the 6 to lead some laps. Can get the most laps led.
It's pretty close right now, I'd say.
It's crazy how much these back ends want to step out.
Yeah, I think that's got something to do with that track temp, making it slick.
113 now, so a little cloud cover was over it a little bit, cooling it down, but sun's back out. I say that, it goes right back into the clouds.
Yeah, and you know, when we raced 87 cars here, I remember when those clouds came over the track, track was a lot more enjoyable.
It's hot Georgia sun right now. Middle of the summertime. Very strange how this is playing out. McWhorter's usually a faster truck on fresh tires, but Whitley's pulling away. Unless McWhorter's saving, which is very unusual from him, but maybe he's thinking long game.
Yeah, but I still don't know if he can do that. I feel like Mark's better on the longer runs. Your advantage is in the shorter runs. You gotta hold on to that lead as long as you can.
But the fastest truck right now, the 85.
That's not surprising based off that
2/10
last tire
faster
run.
than Mark Whitley.
You know, Josh O'Connor, he's on a different strategy. He's doing a nice job keeping it P4 right now.
Yes, he is. And that 39 truck, unique font on it. A little higher than the 3. A nice looking truck. We're going to complete lap 103. We're going to be switching over to lap 104. Laps ticking away here. McWhorter, this be the championship slipping away if he doesn't get the lead back.
Very possibly. It's gonna be hard to do everything in one race.
Brent, we're going to ask, do you guys know the lap lead counter? Sadly, we don't have that up in the booth, but we can confirm it's close. You know, if Whitley leads out the rest of this
If
race,
Whitley
he will
leads
have it.
the rest, yeah, he'll have it.
But big story, Shirley coming to P2.
Yeah, and pretty easily.
What is going
Just
on with
to save
32? He is saving, you think? Aaron Bockover back into pit road. Joshua O'Connor in. Wow. A little early stop there by the 39.
Just came over the radio. Go get him, Brandon.
Right. That's a 32 conceding.
Josh O'Connor has called it a night.
Wow, that was interesting. What a unique strategy. It's working out for Bryce. Somewhat.
It's working out for him too.
Price about to fall into the clutches of the 77 Underwood. Rob Hamp and Mark Arthur trading spots.
Quiet night from Underwood.
It has been. But watch this battle for P4. They're swapping back and forth side by side in the 1. And they make contact, and the 24 saves it.
Big save there from Rob Hamp.
Wow, what a save. I thought that was going to be the first caution of the night. Would have shook this all up.
I'm sure Joseph wanted that to be a caution.
What has that done? The 24's tires probably killed him. Flat spotted him. We'll see if he can rebound it. Yeah, McWhorter, he's not had the luck when he was in the lead for cautions. He probably wants one right now. I can think of 2 races that have probably cost McWhorter wins based off late race caution.
Yeah, and looking at the front, Mark Whitley 2/10 faster that last lap than Brandon Shirley.
You know, the funny thing is, coming in this race, we were told this was his worst track.
I heard it was not a good track for him. I heard his worst track was actually Phoenix.
So, he's putting that to bed. Coming out here, trying to seal the championship. He's got the stage win, looking for the race win. That potentially could just put. Yeah, that could potentially put him in. Just show up for Phoenix and you're the champion, right?
Yeah, especially with Joseph running in P3 right now.
I mean, we could be seeing the championship get sealed up for season 5 here tonight as we cross the mark. 25 laps to go at Atlanta. Tell you what, though, 15 trucks still in the lead lap.
Oh, 15 out of 20. Pretty, 21 actually. Pretty solid night for everyone. Especially for Big Green for this long.
Both Shoemakers running in the top 10. These guys have been around each other all night, the 88 and 34. He gets around them again. The other behind Nicky Bobby.
Yeah, and I could say definitely not the night Jordan or Marcus won it tonight.
Oh, Nicky Bobby's in the one! Jonathan Smith! No luck this season. Smacks into the back of him. Huge damage on the 22.
Yeah, it's nowhere to go.
We saw that shaping up, and it's happened. 00 gets in the wall. 22's killed. Well, that's a release to the lockjam.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Good. Coming around to get 22 laps to go. Mark Whitley, Brandon Shirley, P2. Joseph McWhorter, P3. Mark Arthur, 4th. Rob Hamp, 5th. Another quiet night for the 51, Josh. Like he might get another top 10 out of it. Another one for this season.
Yeah, quietly consistent. That's what he's done this year.
It's what's got him into the playoffs. Gonna move him up that list. As a lot of the competitors he's facing are running 11th, 12th, and 13th. Rob Hamp, after that incredible save, like I said, in P5 right now. Brian Underwood, a quiet night. Up 12 spots since the start of the race, but not making much noise.
I definitely expected some craziness from him. I'm sure he was hoping for a couple restarts. Just hasn't materialized for him.
Talked about production, but I'm sure Burnt Rubber might have the lap counter.
Yeah.
So,
That's all right.
don't. Next season, we'll have that for you. We come around Get 19 laps to go. What a season it's been for Whitley. Like I said, looking for his 8th win. It was close. After Daytona, stretching out now. As Jim Foskett crosses his way into the top 10. He's been running top 10 all day long. Gets around Keith Shoemaker. Looks like these guys are going to come up on some lap traffic now. Whitley is. On Nicky Bobby. This is when it gets dangerous sometimes. You just never know, but most of our guys know how to get out of the way.
Yeah, Joseph's.
And Zero's in the wall. Nicky Bobby in the wall once again. Next one up for Whitley is his teammate Jonathan Smith in the Harpoon Design 22. Same scheme, different color. Of course, Smith way off the pace right now. He's got a heavy front end damage from smacking into the 00.
And we also had a cotton candy version of that scheme earlier in the year with Josh Sobel.
So you can't miss those guys on the track. Joseph hoping for a caution though, or now he's put up a good effort. But he might come up short tonight if he don't get one. It's very, great job to the drivers for not causing any. If we get there.
Yeah. From what we've heard all week, definitely didn't expect this.
Of course, I'm sure Bobby, I see you're watching on YouTube. You're also race control and makes your job easy. Not a lot of stuff to watch for or anything. Makes IRC's job real easy.
And I'm sure they might be busy next week though.
Next week we'll go to Phoenix, so expect some cautions there, especially with that dog leg. Now we'll keep an eye on Bryce in this P8 spot, but he may have to pit again. He pitted on lap 83.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask out of one tank.
But if it works out, he's going to get a top 10 out of it. From Akron, Ohio. He almost loses it all for commentary first. In fact, so.
I'm sure Joseph wants you to do that.
Well, if a caution comes out, then we'll just be in for a show because we know McOrder will send it.
Hope someone stays out.
That would not be smooth. Ironwood in the P6 spot right now. Nicholas Fuller closing up a little bit. See if he can get up to the back bumper of that 77. Mark Arthur in his debut, running P4. Looking on Nicky Bobby here. Nicky Bobby almost yeah, he's having fun with that turn 1 wall.
The damage is definitely not helping him.
I've smacked that wall before, so no bad. Well, laps to go as he enters 1 and 2. Let's just go over some of these accomplishments. 10th pole tonight. Looking for the 8th win. You know, a lot of stage wins. Most laps led this season. You're going to crown a champion, surely. Got to go to the 6.
Yeah, and talking about those accomplishments, that's going to put him right up there in what Aaron Smith did last year. And that's about as dominant as we've ever seen.
We'll see if that happens next year, of course. Every season so far, we've had a different champion. Nobody has repeated. You know, nobody has won the championship again. It's all been one-time winners so far. So, if Whitley able to break that next year, we'll see. Of course, when I say next year, next season. These guys get 3 weeks off after Phoenix and back at it once again.
And another new car.
So, going to the Xfinity car is going to throw a curveball to some of these guys. You know, credit to McWhorter, a late charge this season. Hasn't had the season he's wanted. A lot of wins slipped away from him late, but late charge.
Yeah, and you know, you just got to think, you know, a lot of bad luck for him this season. Just what could have been? We could have been almost tied right now.
Especially
Stuff went his way.
Those playoff points. You know, just think of the races that have slipped away from him. Of course, he cares so much about winning. You know, when he wins, he comes over the mic full screaming. So.
Yeah, and I had to hear that quite a few times looking at that replay at Daytona last week.
So, he's very excited when he wins. He's not that excited when he doesn't get the win. But, you know, P2 in the championship. Still something to be proud about. I know he wanted to take the fight to Aaron Smith this season, for season 5. I probably didn't expect to take the fight to his own teammate.
No, definitely not. And like I said, before we started, him and Mark raced a lot together, so he probably knew what Mark would have. He probably knew it'd be like this. Not very easy guy to beat.
Sir. Seven laps to go, Josh. As Mark Whitley comes up on some lap traffic with the 34. Of Marcus Cunningham.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, not tonight. He wanted won the Throwback Series race here. Last time they raced, matched not his night tonight.
Also not been Jordan Hand tonight. He's not him tonight. He's running top 5 there. Looks like that damage might have slowed him down. By damage, he smacked the outside wall. But here comes Whitley off 4. He's going to get the 5 laps to go sign. He's pulled away from everyone.
Hearing reports on the radio of rain, debris.
Everybody's trying to get that caution.
Itchy arms, everything.
What can I do to get that caution? Last hope. He's got to get around. A few more times, get that white flag, and he knows it's official.
Yeah, I'm sure he wish he could run some qualifying laps right now. Get there as fast as he can.
Well, listen to Shoemaker saying, cheering on both my Shoemaker boys. Let's go ahead and show them in the race right now. We got Keith right here. Currently battling Jordan Hand.
And they both ran right near the top 10 all night. Bryce on a different strategy than everyone else and running P8 right now.
There's old Keith. And then there's Bryce, of course, sponsored by Custom Paints and Diecast, jumping on board next season to sponsor the league. So, quick shout out to them.
Yeah, and I believe owner's also coming to race with us next season as well.
Yeah, so a lot of exciting things happen. So definitely, you know, the last race next season, we'll get all the links sent out. We'll post them on our socials where you can find our races next season. Of course, we did most of them on our own YouTube, but they went back off.
To the professionals.
As we come around to get 2 laps to go with this configuration. Put on a good race tonight. You know, next time out, it's going to be balls to the walls here. So, and of course, this is race 2, points-wise, next season. So, we're almost right back here.
Daytona in Atlanta. After the Monza rule.
Sir, so we'll pretty much be right back here in, you know, just actually almost a month's time. So yeah, they gotta get this place reconfigured pretty quick. But here he comes to get the white flag. Mark Whitley, sponsored by Bailey Auto Parts. White flag's in there. The race is official. And this could be the crowning of the champion here, Josh.
Yeah, and I'd say about 90% sure it will, as long as he shows up next week to Phoenix. And Joseph brought the fight, like he said, but he's the deserving champion this year if this does wrap it up.
Should. It's a max points day for Mark Whitley. Dominant truck all season long. Coming through 3 and 4, looking for the 8th win. Got the 10th pole. Dominant all season long, like I've said many times. Off turn 4, checker flag in the hand. Mark Whitley wins at Atlanta. Brandon Shirley P2 and Joseph McWhorter will round out the podium tonight in P3.
Mark Whitley with a little bit of a Joseph impersonation on the radio there. It's probably going to be one big burnout right here.
Yeah, Mark Whitley, we might get drunk Mark tonight. I don't know if he's got anything to do Sunday, but he might have just won this championship, so.
We need drunk Mark during the interview.
So we'll get the interviews going. Be interesting. Do we get to talk to Brandon Shirley?
Shout out to all the drivers, though.
Kept it
Only
clean
caution
all
being-
night. Yep.
Only caution for the stage. Bryce is out.
But there we have it, folks. A dominant season by Mark Whitley. He's going to win his 8th race of the season. And it's potentially all he's got to do is show up to Phoenix, and he is the champion. Pretty much a clincher tonight.
Yeah, and Bryce ran out on that last lap.
Yeah, but he's going to lose some spots because he's going to bring home P11, E3. They'll finish right next to each other.
Bryce getting a little help from Joseph to get back to the line here. As Mark's still burning it down.
There you have it, Josh. We'll take a quick break, folks, and then we'll get the post-race interviews. He blows the engine. Okay, he doesn't want to pass tech. Write that down.
Yeah, we're going to have to look at that one.
But there we have it. We'll be right back, folks. We're going to take a quick break. And then, yeah.
I got you. Yeah, he's pretty much in a spot to start, and he's got it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sorry. Mike was muted on the broadcast, but Mark Whitley has a 24-point lead now, folks. So we did the points already. Coming in, they had a 15-point lead, but you heard Josh there over me. I'd had my mic muted because I was doing the points. But yeah, so you heard one side of the conversation. But Mark Whitley now has a 24-point lead. All he's got to do is show up Phoenix pretty much, and he is the Season 5 champ. But let's bring these guys up because probably ready to all tonight. So do it.
First,
Oh, Joseph is Justin Booth. You got a coffee?
yeah, I got you.
Well, you bring home P3 tonight. And definitely not the night you were looking for. What more did you need?
To not have the left front fender damage. Mark was trying to do a slider. I got in up underneath him, kind of like a repeat of what we did earlier. But he went to block the bottom, and I kind of clipped, or I actually missed him. I missed his back bumper, went to the outside of him, and he got loose on exit, I guess, whenever he got back to the gas, and clipped the left front fender. So I'm sitting there watching it back right now because I was curious if we actually made contact, but it was close, but we actually didn't hit. But I mean, it was a good night nonetheless. I mean, minimized as much damage as I could, after the contact, try to keep the points as close as possible. But I think now it's pretty much probably going to take, either him having a crash or, and fall with internet or something, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's disappointing. You always want to try and win at your home track and everything, but, I mean, you can't complain with the racing that me and Mark put on.
There was a very, hard racing, great racing all night long. So you head into Phoenix, it's a 24-point hole now. What's your mindset?
Oh, it's 24?
It's 24 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much going to take for him to, wreck basically at this point, or have a disconnect or anything like that, or, so, I mean, just go out and have fun. I mean, it's pretty much locked up for him unless he has a wreck, so just go out and have fun. I mean, that was kind of my mindset going into tonight, was just have fun, and that was a blast. I mean, the racing was just fantastic between he and I, so, I mean, I mean, I didn't really have a shot at the championship anyways until after Daytona, so it's not really that much of a surprise that it's kind of out of my fingertips going into Phoenix anyways. So, having that bad month in the middle of the middle of the season, the regular season, it was just that was pretty much the deciding factor that kept me from really having a chance. Those 4 straight DNFs and getting caught in other people's stuff. So, it is what it is. I'm just ready to get next season started with the Xfinity car. It's going to be a lot of fun. So just, we'll go to Phoenix, we'll have fun, and then the weekend after, me, John, and Mark are all meeting up in Charlotte. I'm flying out there, and we're going to go watch Bowman Gray racing and hang out together. So it's going to be a good time. It's just go have fun is my mindset going into next week. Got a lot going on right now, so just have fun.
Yes, sir. Well, anyone you want to thank tonight for another podium, P3?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank Harpoon's Design, Brantley, this beautiful paint scheme for the playoffs, of course. I want to thank Driven Motorsports, Mark and John, doing a good job each and every week. It's a big help to lean on Mark and John getting, because I don't really get to practice, so at least I get to look at data from them and stuff. So I got to thank them each and every week. Red Camel Racing, they've had a fantastic middle of the summer. I mean, they've been selling equipment like crazy, and a lot of stuff's out of stock right now. But if you're looking for a fire suit or anything like that, you need to go check out Red Camel Racing. Reaper Speed Labs, if you're looking for really fast setups and coaching and stuff like that, it's a good place to go. I want to thank you guys for the awesome broadcast. Like I said last week, it's really sad to see you guys not in the booth next season, but got a lot of really cool things happening for the league, and of course, want to thank Bobby for taking up for the admin. He did an awesome job tonight and threw the stage at the right time. Yeah. So you guys have a good night. Thank you.
Alrighty, Joseph, you too, man. We'll see you at Phoenix.
Later.
Alrighty, Josh. Well, someone we don't really get to talk too much, but he brings home P2. And that's Brandon.
Brandon is Josh in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. P2 tonight. You know, you don't show up every week, but when you're here, you're pretty fast. How are you able to keep the tires on it that long?
I was just sitting behind Mark and Joseph, just watching them go, and just not pushing too hard.
Yeah,
Really,
man.
not a whole lot to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fast every time you show up. Did you think you had anything there after those green flag pit stops?
To be honest, no. Mark ran me down pretty thoroughly before the final pit stop, and then I knew he was gonna drive by me one way or another after that. So.
All right, man. Yeah, it was good seeing you back out here tonight. Anyone you want to thank for P2?
Thanks for putting it on for us and doing all the admin stuff.
Yes, sir, Brandon. It's good to see you out here, man. And maybe we'll see you at Phoenix.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, yeah. Man of not many words, but straight to the point, Brandon Shirley.
Yeah, and
We know somebody that will.
his interview time is going to be taken up here. Are you ready to bring him up?
Let's go.
Marcus, Josh in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, a max points night tonight. Everything that happened at Daytona last week, how does that feel to bounce back like this?
Really fucking good, to be honest with you.
There you go.
Geez, last week was about the worst it could have went. We were trying to take it easy, still got in a wreck, used a fast repair. Then we were battling for the win there at the end of the race, and some people in front of us got hooked together, and we got blown engine, and we finished first car in a lap down, and it was just the ultimate just shitstorm that it was almost about as bad as it could have been. So it's really nice to come out here and get max points, get a W, and then it's also better that Joe, he finished third instead of second, so I gave even another extra point on him. So it feels really good. I was telling some of my teammates, I was like, I had changed the helmet on Trade and Paint. Like, I found a helmet I thought was really cool, and I've been wearing the same one for like the better part of a year, probably almost 2 years at this point. And like, this was like the first time I changed it in forever, and that's when I'd kind of been on like a little bit of a lull and a little bit of a bad luck streak, I guess. So I changed it back last after the fucking Daytona race. I'm like, nope, not running that one again. And next night I won in Atlanta, and then this is my second race I've ran with it, and I won that. So that helmet's staying on from now. I think that was a little bit of good luck.
Yes, sir. Good luck. Well, your lead's 24 points at Phoenix. Looks like all you got to do is show up, and you're the champion, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rest. I'm not gonna take it too easy because I know I lost 26 points at Daytona because I didn't get any stage points. So I think mainly the goal next week is going to be maybe not win the stage, but get as many stage points as we can, and then that should make the rest of the race. That should make the rest of the race a lot easier. So I don't know. I'm just excited right now because I've been feeling like I needed to do something to get back in my mojo, and it just feels good to finally get a win, especially racing as hard as we were with Joseph. It's just, man, I'm like pumped.
Sir, and dominated the whole season, man. You head into Phoenix with that lead. Anyone you want to thank?
Oh yeah, big shout out Brantley, Harpoon Design. He puts together all this awesome paint jobs for me. Check him out, harpoondesign.com. He can make you something custom. He's got a little form you can fill out, or if you just want to check out stuff he's already done and run something he's already made, check out Trade and Paints. I think he's the #1 liked painter on Trade and Paint now. And he's got like 1,600 paint schemes on there, so pretty much anything you can imagine to run, he's got something on there for it. So check him out. Then my other sponsor, Shop Angry Duck. They're your one-stop shop for all your custom racewear, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, pretty much anything you can imagine. They can make something custom for you. No order limits. You can order just one thing if you want to. So check them out, shopangryduck.com. And then big shout out to all my family tuning into these broadcasts of races. These always run kind of late on the East Coast, but even my granddad sitting at home. He's already sent me a text message. It's always great having their support in our corner, especially after the tough week last week. Big shout out to them. They're always always know how to pick me up whenever I'm down, and whenever we're on a high like this, they know how to celebrate with us. So appreciate all my family. And then I guess another big shout out, Driven Motorsports, and me and Joe there, we ran pretty much nose to tail the whole race. I knew tires were such a big thing, so I just I wanted to try to get in front of them, but I didn't want to burn the tires up, so I kind of rode behind him a lot trying to save tires, and then I'd try to pounce there whenever he'd make a mistake. And we made a contact a couple times. It was just kind of hard racing, nothing malicious on either one of our parts. So thankfully, neither one of us got in too big a trouble. We had some good saves there. Just glad to be doing it. And I know John, he had some bad luck with some damage early in the race and some other people getting into him. So didn't get the finish he wanted, but he had some speed there. So looking forward to Phoenix now. Hopefully we can just wrap this up and get a championship.
Alrighty, Mark. Well, we'll see you at Phoenix, man.
Sounds good.
All right, Josh. Well, a very pumped up Mark Whitley, huh?
Yeah, that's gotta love the emotion of his interview there. Daytona was tough. I mean, he was the first one to say that he wasn't happy about it, and about the best way you can bounce back is a win like that.
Yes, sir, it is. Well, let's pull up the finishing results before we get out of here for the night. Anyone that sticks out to you on this list, of course, it's Mark Whitley, P1, Brandon Shirley, P2, Justin McWhorter, P3, Mark Arthur in his debut, P4, Rob Hamp, P5.
We talked about being consistent all year. Jacob found a way to get up to P8. Quiet, but good result for him. Brandon Shirley, P2. Just curious to see what he can do if he's able to make it for a full season.
Yeah, he's always pretty fast, like I've told him in his interview. Straight to the point in his interviews, and straight to the point. He likes to race. When he's out here, he puts on good showings, good results. Yeah, any closing thoughts, Josh? Next week we wrap this season up.
Yeah, been a fun season, and I hope we see some craziness at Phoenix. I want people all the way down at the bottom of the dog leg.
There you have it. Well, we're going to close it out here tonight, folks. One more sponsor read. 1-3 Speed, Roasted Gems Coffee, Next Level Racing, and ButtKicker. Thank you guys for all your support all season long. We'll close it out next week at Phoenix.